Well, good morning. I'm Robert, and behind me, another consignment. I got a 2021 Jayco Jay Feather 27 RLS. So this is going to have some nice seating in the back. It's going to typically be recliners, and we'll check this one out thoroughly. But kind of wanted to go through and show you some of the things that we're looking at when we're checking these units in, so we know what we've got. We get ready to put it up for sale to you, and hopefully you'll come out and buy it, right? Well, there's a few things we need to look at. So I kind of wanted to do that, so without further ado, let's do that now. Thanks. All right, folks, when I say check these units out, please don't get this confused with the PDI or anything. No, that is a very in-depth technical checkout and everything else. I'm going through to check out what type of equipment it has and if I see anything abnormal. So I'm walking through and I say, okay, it's got an electric tongue jack, it's got a hitch light. I'm going to check and see that we have a good battery on board, that we have 2 propane tanks, all of those little goodies and things like that it's supposed to come with, of course. But then we're going to go through and we're going to start looking at the edges here. And we're not just going to stop at the bottom, but these guys are going to get on the roof and check it out thoroughly. A little better than I'm going to, because I'm not getting up there. I'm getting older and I don't like the heights so much. So anyway, we're going to go through here. And right here you can see some of that butyl tape. It's kind of poking through. And that's absolutely normal. And it's not to say that you don't need to replace it someday, but as time goes on and that heats and expands and contracts, it does kind of ooze a little bit. But it's a very durable product, and we've been using it for years, gosh. So anyway, we want to check all those little screw edges on there. Our guys are going to get on the roof, look for any holes or anything like that that we might see. They're going to get over on the slide boxes. Now, not all RVs have walkable slides. This one does, but my guys will get up there. They'll double check everything out there and go for it. They're going to check all those screw edges all along, front to back, all that kind of good thing. Then, of course, they're going to go up underneath the unit. They're going to look up underneath. Now, in this one here, you've got a covered underbelly. And a lot of times what we're looking for is a covered underbelly that's been damaged, removed, and kind of hiding something. This one is in pristine shape. The gentleman that called in and wanted to consign this with us, he's an older gentleman, and he is no longer going to be camping. He says, he just tired of fighting the fight, folks. He getting out of camping. He's going to stick with fishing alone. And but anyway, this unit is in fantastic shape. All right, so we keep going. LED lights, we consider that a cosmetic feature, meaning if they're broke, I'm not going to take care of those on a consignment unit. I'm not going to take care of those on a pre-owned unit. That's what we consider cosmetic. So that light right there, well, when you got home, you'd say, I have a really nice Jayco, except that light on the front is about half lit. Now, if that's what it takes to get you to buy this thing today, let me get you that light replaced. I am in sales, right? All right. We also want to go through, we want to look in the storage. Now, this gentleman is giving all his goodies up for this thing. Appreciate that. That might make it an easier sale. But what I'm looking for is any wood, rot, damage, anything like that in there. And this thing here, like I said, it's pristine. It's been kept under cover. And go back down and check out that underbelly while I'm up in the front. And again, I'm looking for anything that's been damaged, and nothing to that sort. So anyway, that's just a real quick exterior walkthrough, and I'm sure I've missed a lot. Come back to the slide and the slide seals. And of course, those get lubricated. You got to check the condition of them, whether they're pliable, whether they're dry rotted. They can easily be replaced. But also something I forgot to show you was the tires. We always want to check tires on these things, make sure they're in good shape. And I know you'll probably put your own on there so you've got peace of mind. But over here on the back, I saw a little bump on that trim piece and silicone. So usually not silicone there, so it looks like he probably just damaged that, pulled the trim up. And again, he's an older gentleman, so he just wanted to make sure water wasn't going to leak. So we'll pull that off, pull that trim up, make sure the butyl's replaced, and we're good to go, good as new. Mental notes, 50 amp service. We saw those 2 air conditioners on the roof a moment ago, so we definitely know this unit has 50 amp, 2 ACs. That's desired temperature in a trailer this size, folks. And inside the door, I saw a little bit of a stain on the floor, so sales-wise, I'll just have to let them know that, you know, hey, the stain comes with it. Get you a really nice rug, throw it down, and you'll be as happy as can be. Don't let that ruin a good camping trip, right? Anyway, just a little discoloration, no big deal. So anyway, it's just one of those things that, you know, campers that are used, they're going to have their character and stuff like that. All I'm trying to do is make sure that I can honestly tell a customer it looks to be a good unit and everything just seems to be normal wear and tear. It's got some really nice recliners in it, by the way. Those are actually electric, so you just hit a button, they go up and down, and I think he had those special because, again, he's older already and getting old enough that he's wanting to get out of this unit, so he's getting out of it altogether. Got a nice view of the TV right there, but what I want to show over here is I'm going to stomp in the corners over here next to the slide boxes, and the reason I want to do that is I'm looking for crunchy wood. And when I say crunchy wood, literally just that. When wood gets wet and it rots, it's going to crunch, and you'll be able to hear it. It's just a real quick indicator, okay, you know, we had a leak or didn't. I don't see any wrinkled wallpaper here, so it doesn't look like we've ever left a window open. And I've checked this unit a few moments ago. I'm just going through and doing the video now, so I didn't find any to point out to you. But we're always looking to see if a window structure has leaked or whether it may have been left open. And if the wallpaper is wrinkled, we know we've got to look so we can make sure it's the latter of the two, that it was just left open. And up here, we push on that. And the reason we do that is because if that wood has gotten wet, it's going to be rotten and crunchy, and sometimes it'll be crunchy enough that your thumb will go right through it. And that just means that at some time or another it's gotten wet, and that's why we always inspect those front leading edges on those fiberglass caps. This unit's in really nice shape, folks. They had a television mounted in here at one point, and I can see it's got the air conditioner in that second hole, and I don't see any damage from water or anything coming down. We're always having to look at the areas that we've cut a hole into our box, because once we cut a hole into it somehow or another, we have to seal it. So water damage is king. And I don't care what anybody says. You bring me a used camper, it's got things wrong with it, and that's why our guys go through it thoroughly and check all the components and safety items and things like that. So I wasn't worried about that. So anyway, this was kind of a impromptu, what do we do when we're looking at them as they come in, or what do my eyes see whenever a unit comes in and I'm looking at it, getting ready to sell it. I want to know what I've got in advance. And that way, when a customer asks me, hey, is it having water damage, I can honestly say whether it does or doesn't, whether it's past water damage on a unit, or whether it's, you know, current and structural issues or anything like that. So we go through and we check them all out very well. And of course, the day that a customer is taking ownership of a new unit or a pre-owned unit, no matter what, we're going to put them through a class, teach them how to use that unit, care for it, maintain it. We want them to be happy campers, right? So anyway, kind of an impromptu, let's just walk through and see those types of things. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I can use all the help I can get. Appreciate you.